What's up guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live back with another tutorial review, and I am reviewing the Wave 5 Power Rangers Lightning Collection. I love this figure series. So glad it came along, being a huge Power Rangers fan as I am, but of course this will be a Wave review, so I'll be reviewing the figures in the order that I think they are, the lowest to the best. And this is going to be hard because this is a good solid Wave. One of them is clearly my lead, but you know what? Shut up. I'll get into that, but as you can see, in this wave, we got Time Force Red, Ranger Slayer from the comics, Zeo Gold Ranger, who is actually the Trey version, and, of course, Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger. So, let's get into the review. Alright, so the first figure, and the one that I pretty much like the least of the wave, it is the Zeo Gold Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo, but, look, I don't like this figure as much. But I understand why people need it, because the only way you were able to get Zeo Gold was through an SDCC box set. So if you were not able to get that, and some people were not, you needed this figure. Now, I do have that box set, though I never reviewed it. And already off the bat, I want to, well, you know what? I'm going to do this like I normally do it. So let's go ahead and get Zeo Gold out of the way and take a look at the box that he comes in. Move my camera up a little bit. So as you can see, you've got additional Lightning Collection package. You got a nice gold here. Scrolling down, you got that lovely box art. Power Rangers Zeo Gold right there. Turn around, you got the continuation of the helmet. On the side, more of this wonderful box art. I love this box art. I've said it before. And there you go. A nice dynamic shot of our Gold Ranger getting ready to do a gold rush. And it's a decent fig. But there are some issues with it. So here is Zeo Gold with his helmet on. I'll get his accessory out of his hand. And not a bad fig up close. Good gold on the helmet. Very black. I love just the thin gold on there. This gold on the armor, very nice. If you look at his chest, though, the black is uneven in some spots. You can see, like right here, you can see some of the gold coming through the black. So, and then it's like washed over. It's not very clean. Some places it looks good, other places it do not. But then also you get down into the figure itself. You see these gold bands, and then you see this gold here. And this is not the same gold, and that's bothersome. As you can see, the belt is the same gold, the wrist gauntlets are not. And then you get down to the legs, and it gets progressively worse, because his lower parts here are not the same gold that's up here, and that's bothersome. People deserve this figure. They needed this one because it's, you're gonna be paying a lot to get that other fig. In comparison, here he is next to the SDCC box set, and as you can see, the gold is much more consistent on this one. They didn't switch up the colors. I don't know why. And you know what? Looking at it, the differences on the chest, they've added more of a black in there, and yeah, they could have just reused this, because this actually does not look bad. This looks overdone. I don't know, is the more black wash and coloring better for you guys? Because I think the SDCC version was better, and as you can see, the gold on the chest pieces is very different. This is much more consistent. So I'm gonna go with this. Not like it better. Now, I did get both of them, but there are some slight differences with the figure. And accessory-wise, he comes with the power staff here, and it is in its open configuration with the blade portion up. Now, with the SDCC version, we got two different versions of the staff as well. We got it with the blade up, but in its closed configuration. And with Jason, we got it open with the blade down. So here's your third and final configuration for this staff. The only other one is down with this closed, and I did see Bruno from MMPR Toys. He did take this off, and as you can see, they also put some silver underneath on this one. So a little bit of added silver on this one. But yeah, he was able to take this off. I don't know if he was able to switch them out, but hey, you get another configuration for it. It's pretty much the same weapon, got a little bit more silver here. This is a good addition. I do a lot of customizing, so I can easily paint that silver, but it's such a small detail. Do I really want to? The other accessories he comes with, of course, are 2 fists. As you can see right here. Get in there. Just your standard MMPR fists. I don't usually use the fists. He does come with this energy effect, and we have seen this before, and honestly, we're going to see this again in this line. So, you know, look at it, and it looks pretty good. You just take it. Let me get the right staff. Same one that we got with the SDCC version. And you can put it around there, and you got a nice energy effect on the Gold Ranger staff. And this looks good. I do like that. Getting back to the figure, the other accessory, we can pop his helmet off. And instead of a Jason head, we get a tray of Treforia head. Treforia? Yeah. And there you go. Getting up close on there. It's a good head sculpt. It's got the scar down through his eye. Can't say I have any problems with that. It does look rather good. And it's going to be the same articulation with the helmet, but let's go ahead and get into the articulation. On the boots, of course, you can go back and forth. You got your standard Ranger articulation. You can go forward. If you get it past like the little lip right there, there is articulation at the calf. Can't spin there. Double jointed knees. And forget, I haven't flexed this guy as much, mainly because I've got a Gold Ranger, so haven't really messed with him. At the thighs, you got a twist. As far as the split, can he? He cannot. This is a poor Van Damme Nation. If we could just get some of that articulation that we saw with some of the G.I. Joe line, with the drop-down hips, you know, we got to kick with these guys. Look at this. I can't. This is pathetic. No. He has to kick. You got a ball joint at the torso. The waist has just the ab crunch. No actual like waist articulation, but you got it up at the top. So up the torso joint. There you go. Goes back really far. Limbo low. How can you know? Anyway. Got the butterfly joints at the shoulder. Pretty nice. Cut at the top of the bicep. Double jointed elbows. And there's that gold. It's not correct. Back and forth at the wrists. And of course 360, you know, changing out those hands and whatnot. Head will go back about that far on that ball joint. Go ahead to the front about yay far. And with the helmet on, which mine typically stay with the helmet on, and I just got like a bag of heads of people. So you can go about that far with the head, and about that far back. So yes, the Gold Ranger, if you don't have him, I mean, you need him. I do think it's rather sad that they were not able to duplicate the same quality of figure that they produced at San Diego Comic-Con with the consistent gold. It's questionable at best. I'm not sure why that had to happen, but maybe you're a customizer and you can go in there and change up that gold. I know I did it with the Legacy Collection, but I wasn't really looking to do it again. Lightning Collection has been pretty solid, but yeah, that is a seriously glaring problem with the inconsistency of the gold. So yeah, that's why he pretty much comes in at the bottom of the list. And of course, personal preference, because I already have one. And of course, with this figure, this does bring you to the second one in Zeo. He comes in at about just 6 1/8 of an inch tall. So yeah, now you got 2 figures from Power Rangers. And for our next figure in the line, we're taking a look at the Ranger Slayer, and I like this one. This is another Ranger from the comics. Of course, Lord Draken was our first one, but yeah, and honestly, all the other figures from here, they're good. Yeah, I got a little bit of a preference, but you know, they're all good. So let me go ahead and get Miss Hart out of the way. Yeah, we can go ahead and bring the box in that she comes in. You got that Ranger Slayer helmet, whatever. Got that nice artwork on the side. Mighty Morphin Ranger Slayer, got some more artwork on the side. Got some on the back. So yeah, this fig is pretty awesome. Let me go ahead and get her bow out of the way, her darkness bow. Now looking at the figure, I mean, this is good. I love this new style of helmet, all in with the black visor and the black part of the helmet. This cape doesn't peg in or anything, but it sits really well with the shoulder armor. I love this design. This is actually molded and then painted over. I love the non-symmetrical design of the sleeves. She also has a a black ranger stick. Doesn't do anything, but we'll just go ahead and take that out. I love how this belt sits. Yeah, the armor has little bits and pieces like scratched out of it. And the cape just pops right off. Just sits there, no peg or anything. And it's kind of a stiff plastic. Could be a softer plastic, I'll admit that. Got some tattered holes in it. The shoulder guard, but yeah, nice. Could be of a softer plastic, maybe looking to get maybe some cloth goods or something. And having her without it on, she looks kind of lacking up in the shoulders. And let me go ahead and just move her. You see how it just looks uneven, so honestly the cape kind of fills that in. I'm just going to leave it off for now. And the white holster. She is a bit hard to stand. I love the shoes that this one comes with, though. I just like this armor design, honestly. This armor is really cool. Go ahead and put this back on. We'll get into the posability in just a second and get into some of that standing. But let's look at some of the accessories she comes with. And I'm trying to get this to stand up. There we go. So the first accessory that we're going to look at is going to be her Bow of Darkness. Looks good. It's like Tommy's Sword of Darkness. Got some red paint right there. Kind of don't like that. Looks like whatever color barbecue sauce is, or a really thin barbecue sauce. Got some black paint there, which is kind of starting to come off a little bit just from holding it. It does have these little clips here that can be used for another one of the accessories, and she has this 3-shot arrow. And basically what you can do with this is you can put it right in here. Just kind of clip it in. And this is a better alternative than the arrow that came with Kimberly, because I can't find that. It's somewhere in the dork room. And yeah, I said dork room. That's actually what Chartemis calls this place. I call mine the X cave. Anyway, but yeah, just pegs in right there, and she can hold it. I like to put it in this hand over here. And you can fit this hand like kind of in there between her fingertips. And there she's holding the bow. You can get some good poses out of that. The other accessory that she comes with is the same accessory that came with Kimberly, with the energy effect on the arrow. Oh, this is done in a darker pink. And I actually like this. You can see like the arrowhead right there and the fins of the arrow, this nice energy design. So it's just a little bit darker. That's kind of cool. Also, she does come with 2 hands. You have a fist for the left hand, and you have a chop for the right hand, or smack upside the head. So, and also, just to get a look at it, she does come with this black ranger stick, and just having it in the holster, some of that paint's already come off of there. I'm probably never going to take this out again since it doesn't transform or anything. So let's just go ahead. Yeah, you can actually see, if you look inside the holster, you can see where some of that plastic or some of that paint came off. But yeah, she's really cool. Getting this out of her hand. Go ahead and look at her posability. You got the foot. We'll go back and forth, of course. You got the peg inside the toe. And you've actually got a joint on at the ankle that will do a complete 360. So it's kind of finding the sweet spot with this figure to get her to stand correctly. Because you got 2 joints that you have to work with. Got double jointed knees. Does have a twist at the thigh. You're gonna have some trouble because this piece of armor is a separate piece. As far as Van Damnation, you can get it in there, and not quite there, but she definitely does better than the Gold Ranger does. Look at that kick. Yeah. No waist articulation. She does have the ab crunch though, and it goes really far back. And ball joint at the torso. You've got butterfly joints at the shoulders. They don't go quite forward as much as I would like them to, considering that she is an archer. I would like them to go just a little bit more forward, but hey. Universal joint up here. Shoulders go out about that far and about that far up. Single jointed elbows, but they do go over 45 degrees. But, you know, hey, women deserve double elbow joints. The fist here will go up and down. Do a 360. Well, the pointer finger on this one goes horizontally left and right. Head will go that far back, about that far forward. And you can, you know, I don't know. I actually, yeah, you can pop it off. You can use your Kimberly head. I don't actually have that head around. Comparing her side by side with the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, you can also see she comes in at just about 5 3/4 inch, just about. But overall, really nice figure. Like the Ranger Slayer. I hope we see more people from the comic. But yeah, it looks really good. I love this cape. Love the accessories. She's a good one. All right, for the third figure in the line, we get Time Force Red. I am happy to get Time Force. Time Force is one of my favorite series. I like the look of the suits. It's kind of like with Deca Ranger SPD. I love the look of the suits. And this figure does not disappoint. Let me go ahead and get some of his accessories out of his hand, and we'll look over those. But first, let's take a look at the box that he comes in. There you go. You got Time Force Red right here. I can't wait for more of these suits. There's the profile there. Time Force! On the side, there's a look at Time Force Red right there. And just, this is, I mean, if it wasn't for an MMPR figure being in this group, this wave, this would be my favorite figure just because I love the look of the helmet. Yes, I know that he doesn't have the 2 stripes or something. I'm okay with small things like that. But he's actually on a different buck than some of the other Rangers as far as like his boots are different, of course. Got this. We're just looking at the figure now, but yeah, you got the Morpher on the side here. Nothing on this side. There you go, nice butterfly jointing. And the uneven white and red does bother me just a bit. I guess if you want to get technical about it, yeah, it's, you know, I have to look at the actual suits because, yeah, so looking at the top half of the suit, there were some liberties taken, of course, with the white butterfly joints, but I mean, what are you going to do? It's okay, but still, the figure looks good. I really love the look of these suits. Can't wait to get all of Time Force in there. To compare what I'm saying, well, let's go ahead and just continue the review as we normally do. Let's look at some of the accessories he comes with. He does come with his blaster. Looks really good. Minimal paint on there. Got the red arrow on there. And, of course, these suits never had anywhere to store their blaster, so we're kind of forced to keep this in his hand. He does have his Quasar sabers, which I've kind of warped this one a little bit, so it's making things. But look at these. You got this nice translucent plastic. Got the arrow on there. Look at these. These look really good. I love the look of the Quantum Sabers. And you can combine those just like on the show. And there you go. I love having these separate and having them hold them. I know that the blaster needs to go inside. Now, the other accessory he comes with is this energy effect, which we saw with Goldar before. And you can just plug that over the saber. It's very loose. At the end, you can like peg that in so it does stay on there. So there you go. I think it would have been more appropriate on the up. Now it's stuck. Okay. It is more appropriate on this end, but, you know, there you go. That way you don't have to worry about the arrow points. Looks good. Looks good. And, of course, he can hold any one of those accessories in his hand. Does look like a little bit of the paint is coming off, but, yeah, holds the blaster really good. I'm probably going to have mine posed with the sabers separate. But, you know, if you want to get them holding both weapons. The other accessory he comes with is, of course, a civilian head. So let's get this popped off. And we know something on the figure. It's actually, I don't know how well it's coming across, but the white that joins up the front and back is a different color. It's definitely a gray on the neck. So this is not very even. Could be just my figure, but onto the civilian head. Wow, that looks like Wes. Or Jason Font. Go follow him on Instagram, too. It's a great guy to follow. Great guy. But yeah, there's a look at the civilian head. Looks really good, but, you know, I don't leave my civilian heads on. So, There you go. Poseability wise, of course, you got rockers on the feet, peg in the foot, goes all the way around. You got a calf cut, so you can do a 360. Double jointed on the knees, twist at the thigh. How much can he vent? Oh, hey. Look at that. That is it? No, it's almost full Van Damnation, almost. I mean, wow, we're talking like just a little bit. So he can get the kick like the best of them. Look at that, boom. Got the ball jointed torso, of course. Anyway, you got the ratcheted ab crunch, butterfly joints at the shoulders, twist at the bicep, double jointed elbows, goes up about that far. His gauntlets do kind of get in the way. Back and forth on the wrist, horizontally, and do a 360. And on this one, same one, back and forth. Head goes back, not that far. That helmet is really hitting the back there, and he can only look forward about that far. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Now, to compare what I was saying about some differences in this buck with others, let's go ahead and get SPD Red in here. And as you can see, he's got different boots. The little strap here is higher. This one's lower. So, yeah, there are some slight differences with these figures. And my ringer's on. Well, yeah, the biceps are actually different as well. As you can see, he's got more of a kind of cloth here, whereas this one's very smooth. So, yeah, just a couple of differences. They are, not totally interchanging these parts between all of them. So, and Time Force Red measures in at about 6 inches tall. Hey guys, just because I forgot while I was doing the video, I didn't show the extra hands that came with Time Force Red and Billy. Now, granted, you're going to watch the Billy part. He comes with just these regular fists that we always see. But Time Force Red actually comes with a new piece. He actually comes with a thumbs up for his left hand and a closed fist for the right hand. So yeah, I forgot that. I just wanted to throw that in there. Just video with my phone. You can see my cuticles, my fingernails and everything. But anyway, yeah, we do get a thumbs up, which, dang, I hate I forgot that, but thought I would throw it in there. Yes, you do get 2 extra hands with MMPR Blue and Time Force Red. And our last figure in the wave is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Blue Ranger Billy David Yost. I'm so happy to get this guy because this just about completes my MMPR team, and I love some Blue Ranger. So check it out. He comes with some great accessories. Let's go ahead and get Billy out of the way over here. We're happy to have you here, Billy. We are. So looking at the art on the box, love the blue on here. Love the look of that Triceratops helmet, which is also my favorite dinosaur. Another reason I love the Blue Ranger. On the side, you got that. On this side, you can see the Blue Ranger over here. And here you go. There's an action shot on the back. This is definitely not the product we received, though. I am going to call that out. Look at this blue compared with this blue. Look at the diamonds on the chest. This is definitely kind of like some CG workup or something. So, yeah, just going to point that out. Yeah. Get that box out of the way. Why am I gently putting the boxes to the side? I normally chuck them across the room. So let's go ahead and get his accessory out of his hand. So there you have the Blue Ranger. And he was almost perfect because he has just a little chunk of blue, a little chunk of white missing from his chest. Damn it! So I had to order. I got this guy off, I think I got him off Amazon, yeah. So, no, I got this. I actually got this one from our local store, Dallas Vintage Toys. This is the only one they had, so I had, sometimes you got to settle for what you get. As you can see, the whites are a little bit different on his chest. There's a little bit of overspray. Look, it's not even right here. I have complaints about this figure, but I'm happy to have him. There you go. They got the seam down the back. So my phone keeps hearing me say things and then wants to react to it. Stop listening to me, phone. Anyway, so there you get the look of the figure. Your standard kind of MMPR buck. You'll notice that mine, I put the Legacy Blade Blasters in their closed form in all their holsters. So, yeah, just gonna point that out. That's why you're seeing that blade blaster in there. I kind of forgot to take it out. So some of the other accessories he comes with, he does come with his power lance in its separated form. There you got the 2 lances there. Looks pretty good. Got some silver where the emblem is, and silver on the blades, silver on the tips. And of course, these are the same ones if you got the SDCC pack to combine to make the cannon. So he does have his standard blade blaster in its gun configuration. And, you know, I keep those around, but also got the lance in its combined mode. And like with my SH Figure Arts guys, they never had this weapon. I wanted this weapon because I like the staff with the 2 ends on there. This looks cool, and they gave it to him. I'm happy. Now we do get the energy effect, the same one that we've seen before. This came with the Gold Zeo Ranger. So yeah. And of course, he does come with a civilian head. Look, it's Billy. Now, David Yost has gone on record as saying he doesn't think this guy looks like him at all and looks kind of like Austin Powers. I don't know how much he was kidding about that, but he did put out a tweet. But I think it looks okay. It's definitely some of the best glasses we've seen out of Hasbro. A close up on that face. I mean, that looks really good, I think. In my opinion, I think it captures a young David Yost. Even if the actor does not like it, I think it's pretty good. I think it's one of the closest that we've gotten so far. So go ahead and popping that head off. Got to take a look at his articulation, of course. It's going to be standard. We got a rocker at the boots. Goes around on the peg, inside the foot, calf cut, makes 360, double jointed knees. You've got twist at the thigh. Will he do it? Oh, he won't do it. He won't do it. We got this blaster in the way over here and no waist articulation. So that is his full Van Damnation right there. Ain't going to happen. Got the rocker at the torso. Got the ball jointed torso, or rocker at the waist, I guess. Got the nice butterfly joints. Goes really far back, really far forward. Twist at the bicep, double jointed elbows. The wrists go back and forth horizontally. Make a 360. Same with the other side. Head goes back about that far, not much. Goes forward about that far. His helmet does sit really low on his neck, though, but you can kind of raise it up. Like if you look, you can kind of raise it up a little bit. So it looks like he does have some semblance of a neck. But yes, Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger is here, getting us closer to completing the team, or if you're like me. So one parting shot comparison, look at that. That is a full MMPR team. Yes, my Black Ranger is just missing the gold shield, and I took some electrical tape and covered up the gold. I found an extra one, so I modified them a little bit. But yeah, until we get that final MMPR Black Ranger, you got a complete team if you did something dumb like I did and customized. So I think it looks okay. Anyway, but that is a full MMPR team, and damn, they look good together. Look at these guys. I can't wait to get an actual Black Ranger to stand in, but man, I'm so happy. This completes your MMPR team, or if you're still haven't got your Black Ranger, it gets you so much closer. This, of course, is the one that we're closest to finishing. So I'm very happy to get this. So anyway, guys, my final thoughts on Wave 5 Lightning Collection. I love this wave. Yes, the Gold Zeo could have been better, especially with the paint applications, but the other 3 figures in the wave are solid. Fills in some serious, starts up another team, gets one closer to completion, and knocks down the Ranger Slayer. I am dumb. Now, I got all of these guys through Amazon, except for the Blue Ranger. I got him through local Dallas Vintage Toy Store. They're great. Go check them out online, Dallas Vintage Toys. These are starting to show up at Movie Trading Company and Vintage Stock, so check them out there. I have not seen them in any of the they were popping up in Walmarts on the West Coast, but I never saw them here in Texas. So yeah, good hunting, guys. Wave 5 is a solid collection. And I gotta ask you, I posed the question to you if you've been here this long. Do we need to start adding another figure into these waves, making them 5 figures instead of 4? That's my opinion. I think so. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, I am Jason the X for SCNS Live and the Alternate Heads podcast. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.